Rosa. Hopefully, your favorite real estate broker. All right, we are ready to have some fun today because what we're going to do is not only are we going to announce the winner for the November 2023 Fun Day Monday, but we are also going to go over some market stats and we're going to talk a little bit about, well, if you are merging households, what is the best way to go about that? At the same time, we're going to answer any kind of real estate questions that come up. Hey, Diane, Victoria, user 563, saying thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to talk about different things that you have on your mind for real estate and what are some of the things that we can do. All right. So first of all, let's talk about market stats. What is going on in the real estate market? And we are really going to focus, specifically on the state of Connecticut, because of course that's where I am, right? So we're going to focus on that, and we're going to focus on what is going on with sales. We're going to talk about what's going on with days on market. We're going to talk about all these great things that you probably have on your mind as far as kind of like figuring out, well, what's the latest and the greatest. All right. So let's talk about some of these things. All right. So first of all, where I am right now is I am in the multiple listing service. Okay. And if we look here at the multiple listing service, well, this first number right here, this is sales price. And this is all price ranges in Connecticut, multiple listing service, all property types, whether we're talking about a single family property, whether we're talking about multifamily property, we're talking about all bedrooms, right? All bathrooms and all sizes. Okay. And so basically, a lot of people have different ideas. Hey, Cannoli64, thank you for joining us. Yes, you are from Connecticut. So people are saying, well, prices are going way down and we need to, the market's changing. Well, just as an example, we only have numbers right now for October because it is November 6th, right? So in September, all home prices average were basically, or this is technically median. Let me go to average. I think average will be nicer. Look at that. Right? The average price in September was $502,000. Average price in October, $513,000. So please believe me, my friends, don't believe the hype. The market prices, the market is not tanking yet. Okay. Is it going to tank? I don't know. When I woke up this morning, I didn't put on my Nostradamus cap, right? And if I look all the way back from October of 2022, right, the average sales price was $454,000. So if you look here, October 2022 here in the state of Connecticut, average sales price was $454,777. And we went through a kind of a tough year, if you ask me. And here we are now here in October. Hey, Janice, thank you so much for joining us. Jerry, thank you so much for joining us. Now in October, we're talking about $513,000. So yes, my friends, the sales prices are up. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe what people are telling you that the market's falling apart, because it's not. All right. New listings. Oh, man. This is near and dear to my heart. Hey, Daryl Bolo, Frank, thank you so much for joining us. This is near and dear to my heart because guess what? I love to help people with listings. In fact, the whole point is that I love to do marketing. I love to help people make the most money possible on their property. So here we are in September. There were 3,672 listings on the market. Okay. Well, what's happening in October? There are less. You see here, October, 3,513 homes on the market here in Connecticut. So there's less homes on the market. If we go all the way back to 2022, you can see that there were 3,577 homes on the market, right? So there were actually more homes on the market last October than there are this October. There were actually more homes on the market in September, and there were more homes on the market in August than there are now. So, my friends, the inventory is still tight. And that's why we're going to talk a little bit about, are you ready to grow your home? Are you ready to have multi generations or family and friends move in with you? That might be an opportunity for you. All right. So that's new listings for the month of October. Homes for sale. So remember, we just went over new listings. In October, there are 3,513, which is lower. Homes actually for sale. Well, in September, there are 6,593 homes on the market. Hey, Oz, John, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely appreciate it. And in October of this past year, 6,345. So you see, less homes are for sale right now. Less homes are for sale right now, which again, last October, where were we? We had 8,279 homes on the market in comparison to this month or last month of this year, October 23. So, there was a difference, if you're looking here, of almost 2,000 homes, right? We're talking about 19, actually, no. Yeah, about 1,900 homes of a difference. So it's a pretty big, significant difference when people say, well, how's the market, Rob? Well, the first thing that I'm going to say to you, hey, Ricardo, Jesus, Melanie, if you ask me how's the market, I'm going to say, well, what market are you talking about? Are you looking at investment properties? Are you looking at commercial? Are you looking at single family residential homes? Because if you're asking me about single family homes, we don't have enough homes on the market, right? And that kind of goes back over to this tab, or to this tab that I want to kind of discuss with you. And that goes as far as supply of homes. So you see, we're really running about, when we talk about supply of homes, we're talking about 2.2. Okay. Last October, it was about 2.2 as well. Okay. And what this means, months supply of homes, right? That's what this is. It's all about months supply of homes. Well, I've been told by some industry experts that I've read with, right, or read about, is that a balanced market, right? A balanced market is all about, runs about 8 to 9 months of supply. Okay. 8 to 9 months of supply for a balanced market. And you could see we haven't been over there for a long time. I would probably have to say, okay, let me go here. This is going to be 10 years. I mean, this is 5 years. This is 10 years. So if we were thinking about back in the olden days, right, when we were averaging, 2013, 14, 15, and then maybe 16, that's when it was kind of balanced between a buyer and a seller. And then once 2017 came along, the sellers got a little bit more leverage because there were less homes available on the market. 18, 19, and from there, it just really, really, really made things a lot different and harder for buyers. Okay, of course, since that wonderful world of our event in 2020. But that's the whole point with months of supply. Okay. Now, well, you know what? People are telling me I'm going to wait, Rob. I'm going to wait to sell my home to buy a home because I'm waiting for the interest rates to go down. Okay. Well, I can tell you that probably pretty much, hey, Gene, Jojo, Sandra, when the interest rates go down, it's going to make things even harder for us, right? At least for buyers anyways. It's going to make things a little bit tougher. And so this number right here is average percent of last list price. So example, what are homes selling for on average? Okay. So example, what this is saying is that single family homes in October, they sold for 100, and this is an average, 103.2% of the list price. So just to make the numbers easy, if a home was listed, meaning that the seller was asking $100,000, well, it sold for $103,200. And remember, this is including foreclosures. This is including short sales. This is including single family homes, townhouses, condos, mobile homes, manufactured homes in the state of Connecticut multiple listing service. So that's kind of where we were. Now, if you look at last October, okay, homes in October of 2022, homes were selling for actually less, 101.1% on average. So you see, it's kind of interesting of what you see on the news and what you hear on the news. Hey, Marie, Al, Danny, thank you so much for joining us, versus what real life is. Now, if you have questions as I'm going over this information, because this is real data, all you need to do is let me know. This is real data. This is not stuff that Rob Rosa is making up, right? This is not, I'm trying to sway you a certain way. This is real stuff. All right, my friends. Well, let's talk about days on market. Are homes staying on the market longer? That's what we want to know. Are homes staying on the market longer? Well, if we do a little comparison, in October of 2022, homes were on the market on average. Oops, this is the median. Let me change this to average, right? So homes were staying on the market on average. And this is from this includes coming soon dates. This includes if you had a delayed listing, meaning that you didn't want to put it on the MLS right away, but then you put it on the MLS. This includes under contract, under deposit time period, right up until the closing day. So you could see in October of 2022, hey, Andrew, Henry, Debbie, Pedro, in October of 2022 in the state of Connecticut, right, for the state of Connecticut multiple listing service, homes stayed on the market for about 35 days on average. And we went through a crazy 12 months. And what did we say? Well, now homes are only staying on the market for an average of 30 days. So that's less. And would you believe that we actually have more cash buyers than we did before? At least the numbers that I look at. The number of cash buyers went up slightly, and it runs around about a third. About a third of buyers are cash buyers. Okay, so you can see here, Esther, Cindy, Tom, that for October 2023, on average, homes were on the market for about 30 days. Okay, let's go over two more numbers that I think you might be interested in, right? So let's talk about closed sales. Oh, man, yeah, the market's slowing down, Rob. Market's slowing down. Well, first of all, one of the reasons it might be slowing down a little bit, I can promise you, is because we have less homes on the market, right? We don't have enough inventory. I can tell you that we have a list of buyers, and these buyers, some of them are saying, well, I can't afford a home any longer because the interest rate is too high. Some of them are saying, well, I'm thinking that I'm going to be smarter because my uncle, my father told me to wait. Well, I can tell you, if you wait, you're usually going to lose out. Okay. Most of the time. Hey, Italiano, Kenneth, thank you so much for joining us. So in October of 2022, we had 3,404 closed sales. October 2023, 2,956, which is actually even lower than September, right? So we did have a lot less homes sell, a lot less closings. And why? Probably because we're having less listings. We're having less homes for sale. Now, lastly, here is something that you might find interesting. I think it's an interesting number, right? And some of you are thinking, well, Rob, I really want to sell my home. Hey, Daniel, Trisha, Mark, you might be thinking, well, I want to sell my home, but I don't want to deal with all these showings. Well, I can tell you first off that I have ways around that, okay, that I can help you with. right? I have ways in which that we can let you be bothered less, right? And we could talk about the strategy and the plan for that. Of course, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, ask me any questions you have. Let's talk about some of these things, right? But if we talk about, okay, well, you know what, how many showings per listing? Well, you can see here, let's find out. This is a little bit interesting, right? On average in 2022 in October, there were 8 showings per listing. Hey, Marlene, Sunshine, Joe, thank you so much for joining us. There were 8 showings per listing. But in October of this year, 8.8. So we actually had, right, about 10% more showings than we did the previous year. In September, they're about 8.6. Looking in August, you see in the summertime, everybody likes to go look at homes. The springtime, oh, everybody wants to go look. And then it just kind of wavered and people kind of got disenchanted. And it really was a rough summer. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jim. You know, if you know me by now, my friend, I am still smiling. I've been doing this for 23 years. So I've been down the road, left and right. I understand, and I'm not going to let it get me down. But it could get pretty tough, my friends. It could get pretty tough, right? So those are all the market stats I wanted to review with you before, right? Before we kind of get started on the wonderful world of getting ready to announce our Fun Day Monday. Now, before we do that, I just want to take care of a little bit more business. I think that it would be something that you will enjoy, right? Because I think it'll give us some more insight on things and let us understand things a little bit more. Is let's talk about, right, what's going on in the marketplace with people who want to integrate homes, right? You might be sitting, and I kind of had this discussion with my team this morning. I was like, oh man, you know, we have a family that they're going to move in together. And so what's going to happen, right? Is this multi-family generational living? Are they going to be having some pretty rough arguments at the Thanksgiving Day table this year? I don't know. But you see, there's a lot of families that are moving in together, right? Young and old, family and friends. And so I have actually some information from AARP. Yes, I'm over 50 years old. Oh my gosh, can you believe it, right? I'm over 50 years old, so I get a lot of great information that I like to read about and, you know, to be able to share. So like, for instance, there was this, the homeowners that they had this home, and guess what happened? Well, the mom wanted to move in, right? And so what they actually did is they built a 650 square foot, 1-bedroom cottage on the back lawn. And I think this is kind of interesting, right? They built an extra cottage on the backyard, right? And what they found out is that basically they were able to still have their separate areas. They love the idea that the mother, she was able to kind of move in there, and that she was not going to have any extra bills, and they helped her, or she helped them actually pay off their mortgage. So it was really about from paying a mortgage into letting the mother-in-law and the mother build another home on their lot, which I thought that was pretty interesting. And it seemed like it worked out well for them. You know, having that tiny house, basically, you know, maybe, I don't know exactly the cost, but it's probably anywhere between $80,000 to $120,000. And it might be something for people to consider if that's something they want to do, because people can still have time together as a family unit. Hey, Babs, Barbara, thank you so much for joining us. But at the same time, they're able to have their own privacy. They're able to have maybe their own laundry area and so forth, right? So here's some of these things to consider. One of them might be an ADU, accessory dwelling unit, right? A separate living area on the same property. And sometimes it's attached and sometimes it's not. It's all going to depend. I mean, it depends on a lot of different things, and especially even what your budget is. So an ADU might be something that you want to think about if this is something on your mind. How about an addition to the home? Right. So, an addition to the home might be something that you want to think about, because when you're creating this addition, you have to think about, okay, is this addition going to have a basement? Right. Maybe you're going to do a crawl space. Maybe you're not going to do a full basement. Right. Is it going to be a second floor? Is it going to be an entire wing? How are you going to work that out? Right. Growing your home, is it going to be basically just a separate area? Maybe you're going to convert a dining room or a bedroom into an in-law suite. So that might be something to consider if you are growing your family unit, right? You're having a family member or a close friend move in with you. You're making arrangements. Hey, Angela. Hey, Howard. Thank you so much for joining us. And please, as we're kind of going through these things, if you have questions, let me know, because we're going to talk a little bit more about some ideas before we get through the wonderful world of the Fun Day Monday. Hey, Maria, Martin, Debbie, thank you so much for joining us. So that would be considered, a room smart, being a room smart. So we talked about an ADU, right? We talked about an addition. We discussed a little bit a room start where you're doing a conversion, right? A little tiny home on the area, on the land, which might be something similar to an ADU. How about a conversion from a garage? Okay. Maybe you're going to turn your garage into a secondary family unit, right? Where somebody can live in. Maybe you're going to renovate or convert your basement. I mean, that works really well, especially with raised ranches. It might be something that you want to look into. Philip, Leanne, John, Doug, if you're thinking about having a family member, close family member, a close friend move in, maybe you want to create a separate apartment in the basement, or lastly, maybe even in your attic, right? And so that's something for you to consider. And of course, if and I actually did this for someone the other day, they asked me to kind of do a valuation. They said, hey, Rob, you know what? We're thinking about doing this. How much more would our home be worth? They wanted to figure out, well, how much are they going to actually spend, right? Versus how much more would their home be worth, right? So if you need me to do that, if you want me to do that, you let me know. If you're thinking about maybe doing even selling your home to buy a bigger home or something where you can have an in-law suite, that might be possible as well. There's so many different ways to go about it. You just let me know. All right. Now, before we do announce the winner, because that winner is going to get a $25 Amazon gift card, I want to do a couple of things, right? Really quick. Hey, Just Graham, Jose. First of all, I want to share this, that a client got for me. Never underestimate a realty who does all things through who Christ strengthens him, right? So I really, really love this. It's something that a client bought for me. And I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. And Lee Modest, you guys were more than generous to me. And I so appreciate the opportunity to be able to serve you, right? And I so appreciate the opportunity to be able to enjoy life, because it's really not about the money necessarily. It's about being able to enjoy life together, having beautiful experiences together. And so that's something that I want to do. The other thing I wanted to let you know is that I have this available. Now, I've mailed it out to a lot of other people, right? A complete guide to Thanksgiving dinner, including the grocery list, right? So, and what's cool about it is that here you are, right? You got everything here. You got recipes, right? You got pictures of recipes, right? You got everything here for you. How cool is this thing? And then you even have a grocery list, right? You even have a grocery list. So if it's something that you want, I mean, it costs me a little bit of money, but I'll mail it to you free of charge. You just got to direct message me and we'll connect with each other and I will get you one of these. All right. So once again, if you want to get free of charge the complete guide to Thanksgiving dinner from me, along with all these cool things, all the recipes, and then of course the grocery list for Thanksgiving, you let me know because I'll be excited to send that to you. Now, for the winner of the November 2023 Monday with Rob Rosa, it is Jay Brown. I gotta actually, okay. Here's how we did it because I kind of went through the list and we pulled out a hat, boom, boom, boom. Right. So it's Jay Brown. So I'm going to be reaching out to you to confirm with you and to basically, let you enjoy your gift, which is a $25 Amazon gift card. Okay. Now, some of you haven't joined us, right? You haven't joined the Fun Day Monday account, right? And it's really simple and easy to do. So one of the things that I want to do, well, first of all, you can probably see it on the bottom here. It says Fun Day Monday with Rob.com. So I just want to show you this screen right now. And so that way, hey, Gary, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Cindy, Fernando, really, really appreciate you. But I want to show you this screen so that way you can feel comfortable, hey, that you are going to be able to join us for the next Fun Day Monday with Rob. So, again, you're going to go to fundaymondayWithRob.com. Okay. And I'm going to pull this up right now really quick. Let's see here. It's just going to take me a moment with everything, Sometimes it's just not the easiest thing, but we will make it happen, my friend. All right. So this is the stats that we had going on. Hey, Victor, Sandra, thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right. So I'm going to pull up the screen and be able to show you what we're going to be able to provide for you here. All right. So let's see here. Present. Slides. No. Oh, I really wanted to kind of show you. Let's see here. Share screen. Here we go. All right. So here is the screen, right? You're just going to see it in one moment. All right. So here is the screen that we're going to share with you, right? And so basically this is, our Fun Day Monday account, right? Just trying to get this together. There we go. All right. So let's see if I can make it just a little bit bigger for you. So as an example, you are more than welcome to join for our next drawing, right? So join us because today, my friends, is Fun Day Monday. And you can see the answer. So you go to fundaymondayWithRob.com. Again, go to fundaymondayWithRob.com. Right. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, imagine winning a $25 gift certificate to Amazon. What would you buy or who could you give it to as a gift? Here's how to enter the drawing. All you need to do is fill in the form below, right? Fill in the form below. That's all you need to do. Right. And we have a little fun with this. Right. Hey, Gregory, thank you so much. We have a little fun with it because we like to just, work on trivia a little bit. So, and I will announce the winner. So after Google, what is the most visited website? Facebook, YouTube, Wikipedia, or Amazon. And usually I do this once a month. So I probably will, it won't be, you see how it says I will announce the winner later this week. Well, it's technically going to be the winner for, it'll be the first week in December because I do it once a month. right? And so if you will, hey, Diane, Dahlia, Francine, thank you so much. Just join it, take a look at it, and it's something fun to do, right? So it's something fun to do that I like to do to be able to stay in touch with people and have more fun, right? That's basically what I'm doing. Okay. So with that in mind, my friends, that is everything I have for you today. Does anybody have any real estate, mortgage, credit repair questions for me at all? Right? Please feel free, reach out for me, or put them in the DM right now. Right? Reach out to me. Let me know. I am available. I hope you all have an amazing day. God bless you. And this is Rob Rosa signing out. Hopefully, your favorite real estate broker. All right, my friends, we'll talk to you soon.